So, Mr. Terna, earlier on the phone, you said to me that there was a stakeholders meeting today, just trying to sort out what was going to go on ahead, what was going to go on after the news of the situation in the States over the weekend. And I was just hoping you could give us some updates on that.
Well, I want to inform members of the public that we had a meeting this afternoon with the stakeholders, critical stakeholders on the plateau, to making sure that the security situation does not escalate, and they assured us that they are going to prevail on their subjects to not to take laws into their hands. And as you are aware, yesterday there was a curfew, a dusk-to-dawn curfew that has been placed on 3 local governments here on the plateau, that is Barkeladi, Riom, just south. So we are monitoring it. The youth had earlier on wanted to continue with the protest, but we prevailed on them not to do that. Why? Because most of the times when they start a peaceful protest, it degenerates into violent war. And we know very well that the tempers are very high now. So we talk to stakeholders to go and prevail on their subjects so that at least the peace that is returning will be sustained and maintained. That is the situation as I speak with you.
But in the meantime, is security being beefed? I know there's a curfew right now, but is security being beefed up at the affected local government areas?
What? I didn't get you.
I know that there's a curfew right now, but is security being beefed up at the affected local government areas?
Yes. The Inspector General of Police has decided to deploy enough police security to the affected areas and the general state of Plateau. So we have enough men on ground, and they have equally been deployed.
So one thing I am very curious to know is there have been repeated situations like this. It's not the first time we've heard of deaths as a result of clashes between herdsmen and farmers in the state. Have any policies been worked out about how we're going to reduce this situation in the longer term?
Well, what I want to say is that these people have been living together over the years, now farmers and herders. And now we want to know, with this latest development, we want to know the remote and immediate causes of this killing. As such, we wouldn't want to place the cart before the horse, but to make sure that we carry an in-depth and comprehensive investigation to unravel the mystery behind these attacks. If we just go ahead and tell you that this is what is happening, we might lie to you, and we wouldn't want to do that. So investigation is already on. Just give us some time. We'll be updating you with bit-to-bit development of what is happening on the plateau. But as I speak with you now, this situation is under control.
Mr. Terna, that being said, we know that for Plateau State, there's been that history of farmers, herders fighting over land. We know that land has always been the issue. I mean, we're seeing less fertile land, and we're seeing families or communities fighting over this land, and we're seeing the herders, of course, with what's happening with the desertification that we're seeing along the Lake Chad Basin. We know that herders are moving, away from the usual grazing areas, and they're moving into places like Plateau State, and I knew that has been a major issue. So I know that you say that you're going to look for the investigate the remote and immediate causes, but what we hear is that this is always at the heart of the problem. So now that there's a stakeholders meeting, do you think that, or are you confident that now, more than ever, we can get to and address the root of this issue?
Yes. Everybody is committed in making sure that this issue is resolved once and for all. Why? Because, as you are aware, yesterday the governor of the state, who was in Abuja for the APC's convention, had to leave the place and come back into the state. And since yesterday, meetings have been held, meetings upon meetings, to making sure that these things are stopped and the attacks are no longer carried out. So we are very sure the police is determined, all the security agencies here are determined to do that. And there is a political will on the side of the governor. So we are very sure and convinced, with the meetings we had yesterday, we are convinced that this thing will end once and for all.
So we only have time left for one question. What I want to know now is, what has been done to bring the perpetrators to justice?
Sir?
What has been done to bring the perpetrators of this attack to justice?
Well, that is why I said the investigation is on. The IGP has sent in special investigative unit from the force headquarters to come and carry out comprehensive investigation. I am very sure that it happened in Benue, and they went in there and got those people that carried out the attack. And they are now being charged to court. They are being prosecuted as I speak with you. So this one is not going to be an exception. They will come in and make sure that these people are found, arrested, and charged to court so that the law will take its full course.